Hi everyone, my name's Josh from Security Blue Team and I'm going to be giving you a quick demo walkthrough of the Blue Team Level 1 certification course. When students purchase the course, they're going to find it on their account page, and if they click on it, it's going to take you straight to the course homepage. From here, we have a button at the top, which is for the student-only forum. This is where students can ask for support or report any issues with the course. Below that, we have updates regarding the course and the exam, and then below that, we have the actual course content. So the course is split into 6 domains. We have Security Fundamentals, which covers areas such as soft skills, networking, security controls, and management principles. Next, we have Phishing Analysis domain, where we're going to talk about what phishing is, the different types of phishing emails that we see on a daily basis, the tactics and techniques used by malicious actors to try and make them more effective, and then we're going to teach you how to analyze a phishing email from start to finish. So this is going to cover pulling out artifacts of malicious emails, analyzing them, and then taking defensive measures to protect the organization. Next, we have the threat intelligence domain. We're going to cover what threat intelligence is and why it's useful. We're going to cover threat actors and APTs, and then we're going to move on to cover operational, tactical, and strategic threat intelligence, as well as global malware campaigns. For digital forensics, we're going to introduce you to the basics. We're going to cover the fundamentals. We're going to cover how digital evidence is actually collected, and then we're going to cover Windows and Linux investigations. And at the end, we're going to cover 2 big tools. We have volatility and autopsy. For the SIEM domain, we're going to introduce you to what SIEM is. So that's SIM and SEM. We're going to talk about why it's used by security operations centers. And then we're going to cover logging, aggregation, and correlation, which kind of brings it all together of what SIEM is and how it actually works. And then finally, we're going to be using Splunk. So we're going to teach you how to install this locally, how to import a data set, how to navigate the UI, how to write search queries, create alerts, create dashboards, and then we have some security investigations for you to conduct here. Finally, we have the incident response domain, which is mapped to the NIST incident response lifecycle. So we're going to start off with preparation, move on to detection and analysis, and then we'll move on to containment, eradication, and recovery. And finally, we have the lessons learned section. At the end of the course, we have a section for the BTL1 exam, just to kind of bring students up to speed with what format the exam is going to be in, how to prepare for it, and how to book their exam. Let's take a look at a couple of lessons. So if we go to IR2 preparation phase, let's take a look at the activity for setting up a firewall. So here we're going to show students how to set up pfSense in a virtual machine so you can run your own firewall at home. We're going to walk you through setting up the virtual machine, setting up pfSense itself, and then finally we're going to end by showing you how to create firewall rules and the logic behind them. Let's take a look at another lesson in the preparation phase. Let's take a look at DMZ. This lesson is going to teach students what DMZs are, why we use them, and how they're actually laid out in a network. Let's move on to logging in SIEM2. Let's have a look at syslog. So again, this lesson is going to talk to you about what syslog is, why we use it, why it's important, and the format that it comes in. Let's take a look at the lesson for autopsy. So let's go through autopsy walkthrough. So in this walkthrough, we're going to show you how to install autopsy locally, and then how to actually use it to conduct forensic investigations. We also like to make use of GIFs because it saves us creating hundreds and hundreds of videos, but we think it's a better way to visualize what's actually happening. So at the end of this lesson, once we've taught you how to use it, we do actually have an activity. And in this activity, you're going to be using autopsy to investigate a laptop disk image, and you're going to be answering a number of questions. One thing we do like to do is use videos to really get across what we're trying to teach, and these are actually voiced over by the one and only John Hammond. So in this lesson, we're talking about Windows program artifacts such as LNK files, prefetch files, and jump list files. So we're going to talk about what it actually is, where it can be located, how we can analyze it, and then we have a video by John Hammond. Let's take a look.
In this video, we'll be looking at how to analyze LNK to see lots of LNK files for different applications. We can double-click on an LNK file to view it separately in a new pane. You will have a chance to analyze some LNK files yourself and retrieve information about a user's activity.
We also have transcripts available, so we like to use videos where we can. Each section will have an end of section review, so let's take a look at security controls in the Security Fundamentals domain. Now the purpose of these assessments is to just recap on everything we've taught and just make sure it really does stick. So for example, the first question here is match the security controls with the appropriate descriptions. And here students can drag and drop, get the right answer, and then answer all the questions to progress. This has been a really quick demo walkthrough of the Blue Team Level 1 course. You can find the full syllabus on our website, and we hope to see you as a student soon.